Hey everybody, today I have a 2017 Cadillac CT6 with the 3.6 liter engine in it, and it's got a code, a P0128, which basically needs a thermostat. Okay, so I've already started taking this thing apart a little bit because I didn't know if I was going to film it, but now I'm going to film it. So first thing you want to do is you want to take the engine cover off. You have to take the oil cap off, and then there's a Torx head over there, which is a T27. Then this pops off so you can get to the top of the engine. We'll get this over here out of the way. And then you have to get the air filter assembly out of the way. It's a bunch of Phillips screws down here. There is a bracket that goes from here to here, just like this one here. 3 13mm headed bolts. Take your air cleaner assembly out. You got a clamp. You got a push pin. You push on the thing to get it to release. And this one over here. And then after you get that comes out. Get that out of the way. And you got to unplug the map sensor. So this car definitely needs an air filter. We're going to replace that. So a lot of people think, hey, the thermostat's right here. Well, the thermostat's not right here. This is just an empty housing. The thermostat is actually one more housing back. So we have to take the upper intake manifold off, or the plenum off of this car. So now we're going to unplug the purge solenoid here, if I can get it. I'm not gonna be able to get it with one hand. This here, and we're gonna get this cover off. So let me get some of this stuff unplugged. I think I can leave this here. This needs to come disconnected here. We got a bunch of push pins we'll take out. We got a push pin here, 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 and here, and then we'll get this silencer cover off, or a muffler, whatever you want to call it. And I'll have to get this disconnected. We'll get this up, and then we'll be down to the manifold. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I got the sound deadening cover off, which has a push clip here, a push clip back there that I broke, a push clip back there I broke. I've disconnected this line so it's loose. Now over here, I could not get this disconnected, and I didn't want to break it. This goes right here. This is the purge valve solenoid, so it's just easier. It's a 10mm. You just take it out and you lay it out of the way, no problem. So now we got to get in here and start taking the upper manifold bolts off. You also have to get this off. I had to use a pick tool to get this unplugged. So now we're going to start taking out the 13mm to hold the upper intake manifold. I'll get them all taken loose and lifted up when I come right back. Alrighty, I got all the 13mm headed bolts out of here, and then back here there's also 2 10mm headed bolts that's in this bracket that you have to take out, because this bracket runs down to the back of the head. So I need to unplug this, but I can't get to it, so I'm gonna try just to lift the manifold up and flip it over. And see, it's got the GM's got these really bad locks. Trying to I don't know, is that pushed back? Well, I don't know why they designed these locks like this. I don't know, I don't want to break anything, but they're definitely locked on there. Let me get this uncooked and we'll come back. But before we go out, let me show you this. So now in here there's another piece of silencer pad. Put that there. So the thermostat is actually down in that hole there. We're gonna have to disconnect these little hoses and here, and we still have to drain the cooling system. I'll put rags in there. Let me get this unplugged so I can get the manifold out of the way and drain the cooling system, and we'll continue on. Alrighty, well, I couldn't find the drain, so I just went ahead and disconnected the lower radiator hose right here. I have my bucket underneath. There's an opening in the shields underneath, so all the coolant ran into my bucket. So here's a better look. I don't know if that's too bright. The thermostat's down in here. I don't understand why they have a piece of black tape hiding one of the bolts. So one bolt is underneath this black tape. Now I'm being blinded. And then if you want to know where your coolant temperature switch is, it's also right there. That's going to be kind of a pain to get out. I guess what you're going to have to do is you got to take the thermostat out to get a crow's foot in there on that. So now, like I said, You got to take this apart. This is just a upper housing. There's no thermostat in here. Put that to the side. They should have put the thermostat right here. Would have been much easier, but they decided to put it back there. So let's get in here and get that tape back. There's this bolt coming out. One thermostat bolt. And we're going to have a universal to get in there at this one. I did see that you might have to take these lines out, and if we do, we'll have to take them out. Let me get a universal and get this out, and let me see if I can sneak this out without having to take all these little tiny lines off. Alrighty, I tried to get the thermostat out without removing these two bleed tubes for the cylinder heads. It's got an O-ring there and an O-ring there that you need to replace. It just has a 10mm bolt here, headed bolt, and a 10mm headed bolt here. Then this comes out. You can just put that out of the way. This is the line. If you're wondering where your coolant temperature sensor is, it's right next to the thermostat, down in that hole right there where these wires are going, right here. Luckily this unplugs. It's got a pigtail, so you can unplug it from here and get this out of your way. So now that I have all that stuff out of the way, I'm hoping that this will just kick up and slide out. I think it's going to take a little finesse to get this out. And of course the light doesn't want to agree with me, so that do it. And there we go. And there's the thermostat right there. So we're also, while we're in here, we're going to go ahead and change the coolant temperature sensor. So luckily this is on a pigtail. There'd be no way to unplug that. So I'm going to get in here with a crow's foot to get in here and get that out. Alrighty, everybody. I think I'm going to leave this one here. That's how you get the thermostat out. So it's basically the reverse to put it back in. Definitely a little tedious, but not really that hard. And I would go ahead and get a temperature sending unit too while you're here, because it's right there and you don't want to have to take this thing back apart. Alrighty, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that in that corner down there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my automotive videos. And like I said, it's the reverse. Just put it back together after you're done. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching.